We live in a world that is designed to keep the mass population suppressed. Most of us are trapped in a vicious cycle of painfully low motivation and inescapable depression. We meander through life like zombies, hunting for comfort the same ways that zombies hunt for brains. We want to live magnificent lives, surrounded by the people that we love and doing the things that bring us supreme levels of passion and joy. But who's got the time and the energy? Hey there, strivers, welcome back to the I Am Striver channel. Today's video is a little different from the typical content that I upload on this channel. Today, you guys are gonna get a sneak peek into what makes me do what I do. If you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you know when we come out with a brand new video every single week. So in this video, I talked about life purpose and how life purpose isn't always about the thing that makes you happy. Instead, sometimes your purpose in life is to eliminate the things that disgust you or the things that anger you. My purpose, the things that makes me do the things that I do, is my complete and utter disgust for the trap that society has set up for the mass population. Society is set up in such a way to keep you too busy, too malnourished, and too distracted to pursue the greater things in life. Now, why would society want to zombify us? When our minds are suppressed and distracted, it is much easier to manipulate us and exploit us. This is how the rich corporations get richer. And this is how the elite hoards all their power. Keep the masses distracted and suppressed so that the top 1% can stay rich and stay powerful. There are 4 major tools of mind control that society uses to turn us into zombies. The first major tool of mind control is the food that we eat. The type of food that is the most accessible and the most available to the mass population is garbage, toxic crap. It is processed food that is pumped full of preservatives and sugar and other unknown ingredients that keep our minds suppressed. In this video, I talked about how all of these foods, which are, by the way, the staples in an American diet, create depression, symptoms of ADHD, and extreme mental fog. What I didn't talk about is how this food throws off the pH balance in the body, making our bodies very acidic. An acidic environment is the prime atmosphere for disease to fester and grow inside of our bodies. Next time you're walking down your street, take a look to see at the kinds of food establishments that make up the majority of what's available. The fact that this garbage food is what is the cheapest, what is the most easily accessible, and the most readily available to us is a sign that this is a trap set up by society to keep your brain in a stupor. The second major tool of mind control that society uses to turn you into a zombie is hormone disruptors. In this video, I talked about the ways in which hormone disruptors affect your mind and your cognition. What I mentioned in that video but didn't go into detail is the effects that these hormone disruptors have on the delicate balance of the sex hormones in our bodies. Men's testosterone levels are plummeting to an all-time low. The hormonal balance in women is completely massacred from what it's supposed to be in its natural state. What we're left with is a large percentage of our population suffering from low libido and sexual dysfunction, like erectile dysfunction or vaginal dryness. Given the fact that sexual energy is the very elixir of life, it is the basis of creation, not just of more human beings, but of our very ideas and inventions. What I see out there in the world right now is that society is normalizing things like open relationships and thruples and non-binary gender identity. And we haven't even figured out the biological sexuality that's underpinning all of these facets. It almost seems to me like there's something out there in society that wants to keep your sexuality completely suppressed. People who have healthy sexuality are very difficult to control and manipulate. Now, I'm not saying anything against pornography. I'm not saying anything for pornography either. But just the fact that pornography is such a massive industry is an indicator that people's sexual health is drastically suffering. The third major tool of mind control that society uses to keep us as zombies is the massive prevalence of screens. Screens have invaded every single part of our daily lives. Our homes have TV screens that we stare at when we relax. Our work has computer screens that we stare at all day to make a living. If that wasn't bad enough, we have these pocket-sized screens that can always be in front of our faces at every waking moment. I can't run on a treadmill without having a screen right in front of my face, and then TV screens all around in case I want to look away. Now, screens in and of themselves aren't inherently bad. What makes a screen a tool of mental manipulation is the fact that they are all around us at all times. Screens have a very specific effect on the brain. The blue light that is emitted from screens anchors our attention and activates a part of the brain that is called the prefrontal cortex. So when we have a screen in front of our faces at all times, with the blue light anchoring our attention and activating this part of the brain that's not supposed to be active 24/7, what we're doing is we're overworking our brains and we are leaving ourselves completely mentally exhausted and fatigued. Screens, in this sense, act as mental suppressors that keep our brains, again, stupefied and in this zombie-like state. Society has made sure that there are screens everywhere we go. To me, this seems like an obvious trap set up by society to keep our brains suppressed and to keep us in a zombie state. The fourth major tool of mind control that society uses to keep us as zombies is media. Now, social media is really the main type of media that is being used to manipulate our minds. But ever since the COVID pandemic started, news media is another major source of mind manipulation. Both types of medias toggle our emotions in order to get our minds to focus in a particular intentional way. News media, which is the world's most seemingly realistic reality show, uses emotionally laden language and visual stimulation in order to get viewers to think in a particular way. This is how you can have two completely different news sources giving you the same piece of information, but eliciting very different responses from the viewers. Social media also plays with our emotions with features like likes and followers. Photo editing and photo filters now messes with our emotions and our ideas of what is reality. Importantly, we are social creatures and our brains crave social interaction. These social media platforms give us a fake form of social interaction. Using social media platforms as a way to satisfy that human need for social interactions is the same as giving an athlete McDonald's to satisfy his craving for food. Yes, maybe you momentarily get rid of the hunger, but you are in no way providing the proper nutrients that an athlete's body needs to function and to compete. In the same way, social media gives us an illusion like we're socially interacting with our friends and our family members and the people that we care about, but in reality, it's really the junk food of social interaction. Now, because of the way that social media messes with our emotions and because it gives us this illusion of social interaction, what it's really doing is breeding insane levels of social anxiety so that when people actually do have an opportunity to interact face to face with other human beings, they are too scared to actually do so. It sends them into a state of panic instead of in a state of satisfaction. Social media also trains what I call the goldfish attention span, where you're barely able to focus your attention on anything for more than 10 to 15 seconds. Media in all its various forms is a tool of manipulation and distraction that is used to keep us from actually focusing on the things that matter in our lives. The effects of these 4 tools of mind control unleashed on humanity has bred generations of zombies. Collectively, we human beings have become starved of real human interaction. In a world with over 7 billion other human beings and the unprecedented capacity to be able to connect to anyone in this entire world, we are the loneliest that we have ever been. Our sexuality is degraded and destroyed so that we're either having no sex or we're having disconnected, low quality sex. Our bodies are obese, volatile, and sick. Our minds are overstimulated, depressed, and distracted. And here's the biggest scam of them all. We pay our hard-earned money to be this way. We fill our shopping carts with garbage, toxic food because this is what is available to us. The cosmetic industry, perhaps the biggest purveyor of hormone disruptors, is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. We run to the store and wait in line to purchase the new versions of these shiny pocket screens as soon as they become released. We fall into these traps that society created, and you know what? We can't be blamed for being bamboozled. However, we can be blamed for not fighting and for not crawling out of these traps as soon as we realize that we are being manipulated and exploited. It is time that we rise up and fight the zombie apocalypse. This is why I share the information that I share on this channel. We are all natural born strivers. I want us all to claim the natural birthright that we have, to be motivated and to be satisfied, to live the lives that we truly want to live. Now, to join the revolution against the zombie apocalypse, don't just watch these videos, but actually implement the strategies and cure yourself of the zombie disease. It won't be easy, but excellent things are difficult as they are rare. We don't have to just survive the zombie apocalypse. We have to learn how to thrive in the zombie apocalypse. There you have it, strivers. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like so that we could feed the algorithm so that more of this information gets out to the people. If you know somebody who's a zombie that wants to get out of this vicious trap that society has set up, please share this video with them. If there's anything in particular that you're struggling with or is confusing or you want more information on, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to cater my content to help you guys in the relevant ways. I'll see you guys in the next video when we get back to our regularly scheduled content. Until then, strivers, as always, keep on striving. Ciao, guys.